Hello there. I have all my pickups from today. I went to a few Walmarts and a Target. So, here is everything I picked up. I picked up the 3 race cars, a new Earth vs. Surf double that I don't know if it's been covered on YouTube yet, and the Dark Knight Trilogy Special Edition, which is something I decided to throw in today. So, to get stuff out of the way first, let's go with the Dark Knight Trilogy. Now, if you are wondering, why are you showing a movie here? I can confirm I like movies. So, the Dark Knight Trilogy is a 6-disc. This special edition includes 6 discs, which includes Batman Begins to Dark Knight Rises, which features 5 original which even includes 3 extra bonus feature discs, 5 original frameable villain prints from Mondo, and a letter from Christopher Nolan. And there's also 90 minutes of special features in this special edition. So, I already opened this before I started recording, and here's some of the stuff I have. So here is the frameable artwork from Mondo, which I have not opened yet. We can take a look. Here's Scarecrow, Ra's al Ghul, I think, the Joker, Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face, and Bane. And then, the next thing I also have in here is Christopher Nolan's letter. If you want to pause here, you can read it. And then, in here is the Blu-ray copy of the Dark Knight Trilogy Special Edition. And so inside here, there's 6 discs. So we have Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, the movie version, the special features of The Dark Knight, The Dark Knight Rises movie, the special features of The Dark Knight Rises, and The Dark Knight Rises special features. Or the Dark Knight Trilogy special features, not The Dark Knight Rises. That was the previous one. Anyways, I might watch this eventually. Maybe I'm watching it as you are watching it. Maybe I'm not watching it. Maybe I posted the review on my Letterboxd, which will be in the link in the description below. Now, the next thing I would like to cover is the Earth vs. Surf Max D vs. Zombie set. So, I don't know if this has been covered on YouTube. So for now, I'd just like to say I found this at Walmart for some reason, even though I already picked up the other Earth vs. Surf sets. But this is the first one I have of the second mix, although it is on Brian Z. Patton does have one displayed on his webpage. So, in here, what we have, so here's Zombie. The truck does look kind of cool, looks like, and it reminds me of the mob Drowned from Minecraft. These are all just first impressions out of the box. Feels pretty interesting too. I like how the zombie looks too. It looks so disturbing. And then we have the Max D, which of course feels like a rough texture. But I feel like it's more fitting to put Max D under the Earth section because Max D is steel, I guess. They also didn't go with the front engine chassis, which I think is interesting, but at least it makes it a bit more lowered than the front engine chassis because they went with rear engined, which is I think what Colton and Jared's trucks had. And correct me if I'm wrong. The last thing I will review in this video, this is going to be a short video, maybe, is all 3 of these race car packs from Walmart. I know these were already on YouTube, so I'm going to go over some of my thoughts on all of these. Now, first thing I like to point out criticisms towards each thing is, where's the hook handle? This is actually my second Mystery Machine, by the way, so, but where's the hook so you can put it on the display? And also, I think this is like, I thought this was smaller. I think this is like a tad bit smaller in terms of size. Maybe, I don't know. I also thought it was a tad bit smaller, but it just felt a tad bit smaller to me. And then I don't know why it's not like this position, but I think they did it like this to keep it on budget costs. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to open the Dalmatian and El Toro Loco one, but I'm not going to open the Gravedigger one. Here's the Monster Mutt Dalmatian in here. In my eyes, I feel like it's still pretty good. I don't know, I don't like the red chassis in my eyes, or the red roll cage. The BKT printing, I still like, but why are the ears not flapped down? Spin Master, please, next year, flap the ear, put the ears down, like how we got, like, Monster Mutt, or, like how we got Monster Mutt and Rottweiler in the past few years. Please put the ears down eventually. And then here's my thoughts on the car, if I can get it out. So, I feel like the car looks pretty interesting. I like how it's designed too. The creativity of adding the teeth makes it also look interesting. I don't like how the tongue is easily missable. I feel like if the tongue was like a bit more higher, then it would have been more noticeable. I like how there's red netting. And before you ask for criticisms, and before you spam the comments, why isn't the grill in 3D? Well, that's because typically, from what I've seen in NASCAR vehicles, a lot of the stuff is in 2D, like Kyle Busch's M&M's car. If the M&M's were in 3D, it could have blocked the view. And then this thing, it could have caused a hazard and probably might have caused a crash early on. So that's Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Next is El Toro Loco. And I don't know if I like this one already. Let's open this. Here's the car right here. I don't know if this is my favorite of all the cars. And before you say this again, if you're asking for the horns to be in 3D, I don't think the horns should be in 3D because they base this off of NASCAR vehicles. For the most part, I think this car is okay. But, like, it's not really my favorite, to be exact. But I still think it's pretty cool having a El Toro Loco car also, along with Dalmatian and Gravedigger. And then here is the actual truck inside. I know I keep bumping the camera. I'm so sorry. And here's the El Toro Loco we have. It's still the red color. It's still got the horns. The yellow chassis I find odd. I don't mind the red chassis because it fits Dalmatian. But the yellow chassis just feels odd with El Toro Loco. I feel like that chassis would work much better with the yellow El Toro Loco. But that's just me. I don't mind the red because the tongue fits in with the theme of Dalmatian. But like El Toro Loco, I feel like it would have been much better if the yellow roll cage was with yellow El Toro Loco. I still like this truck though. And then finally, the last one, which I am going to keep sealed, is the Gravedigger. And right away, before you say this, no, this is not Kevin Harvick's Gravedigger. I'm just going to point that right out. I feel like it could be a common misconception. This is not Kevin Harvick's Gravedigger. Because the main reason is, I don't know if they were able to get the licenses out for Kevin Harvick. And then because of that, they'd have to make this one much more expensive in order to pay residuals to Kevin Harvick. But just looking at this, the Gravedigger looks fine in my eyes. I feel like it would have been much better if we had green rims. The design is pretty typical for a Gravedigger, but I would have liked if they actually brought back like an older design of Gravedigger just so they can make this a part of in this. And then here's my common criticism of this. I feel like this would have been much better if they were actually able to get an agreement with Kevin Harvick, but that was besides me. I still feel like this is a great car. Or it's probably my favorite out of the three, maybe because of bias. If I was unbiased, I like all of them equally, but because of bias, I like this. I really feel like they could have included the Grim on the top here, because typically on Gravedigger, they would include stuff like Grim or a Ghost on the top. But this one just straight up omits it. But, like, that's just me. Don't worry. The MonsterJam.com is there, and then because of the whole packaging, you can barely see the green windshield, the windows. But otherwise, I feel like this is one of my favorites out of the three. So, what are my overall thoughts on the designs of this? I feel like this is a great idea, but like I feel like because how small the collection was this year, I feel like they could have expanded a bit more on this. Like maybe next year I want them to make stuff like Zombie or Max D, or maybe even the Batmobile, for example. I want them to see how well they take the Batmobile, but I guess that's not going to happen because of Hot Wheels. Anyways, I am going to sign off of this video. I will see you again eventually. Peace out.